I hope everybody's doing all right. This is the Saturday before Christmas. That's man, what a year. What a year. Long, long time. Anyway, let's not waste too much time, shall we? We're here to watch some spooky cool stuff and have a good little time. Let's jump on in. Let me see. Why is it not appearing? It was just there before. There we go. Happy days. So, let me get my webcam up. Hang on, sorry. One tick. Gotta do that, and then we can do that. There we go. Hey, it's me. Right. So we're gonna be looking at the man in the suit today. I'm pretty excited because I grew up a little bit with Godzilla, not like probably as much as like a real proper fan would, but I played quite a few of the games growing up. Like what was it? It was on the GameCube. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, I think it was called, something like that. So the concept was cool. I've seen quite a few of the newer films. I have to see Godzilla -1, but I've heard that's really good, so I'm definitely gonna watch that. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I'm just the idea of like giant monsters kind of fighting each other. What could go wrong? What's wrong with that? That sounds great. Anyway, so this turns the whole thing on its head, if you ask me. I've seen the first one last week, which was very interesting, and it made me kind of really want to see where else it was going to go, and maybe try to get some answers. I mean, it's obviously not finished, but I'm curious to check it out, and I hope you are too. This is created by Unknowingly on YouTube. That's how you can find him, or you can always just do the search of the man in the suit. It will pop up, believe me. So yeah, we're just gonna go through this playlist and kind of have some discussions, maybe have a little bit of fun, and then after this, we're going to probably jump into some horror games. Sounds like a good plan to me. We can't do proper full screen because it doesn't always work on this. I can do this though. I could do kind of full screen like that. This usually works pretty well. Let me know if you can see and hear everything okay. Let's play this. Music is pretty quiet. That's better for me. I don't know about you guys. The person in the Gojira suit was unknown at the time. Cool. I don't think that's actually true, but the story the actor has with Gojira is odd. Oh, okay. I'm curious. I'm interested. This is a photo of him in the suit. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Here is another picture. He got the acting job of being and wearing the Gojira suit. Of being and wearing? Being and wearing the suit. Being the suit? And the actor fell in love with it. Well, that's good. You should always be passionate about what you're doing. He would wear the suit most of the time to the point that you never saw his actual face. A Toho producer. Kind of like those method actors. I think it's interesting whenever people really go all out for a role, you know? Can be unhealthy though. You gotta be careful with that. Even when we take breaks, he would just wear the suit. The suit would sometimes heat up, but he didn't care. It was like if he was addicted to the suit. Like if it's calling his name. Okay. Is the suit alive, perhaps? It has gotten to the point where he brings the suit home, even though we tell him not to. Well, actors do that all the time. I mean, look at Ryan Reynolds, great example. He wouldn't really speak a lot, but he would say that his name is Goji. Basically the nickname we gave to the suit, right? So he really encompassed the role, right? The last time he was seen on set, he was acting in the suit until he just stopped. This is the photo that was taken. Cool. Several minutes later, he would start to walk and stop yet again. His breathing was muffled, yet he was also breathing oddly. Now it's gotten a bit loud. The director thought this was a joke, poking at him to get back in place, but he wouldn't budge. Sounds like man died. Sounds like he had a real bad time in that suit. After 2 odd minutes of oddly breathing, he would tell people to check on him, and to make sure he takes off the suit. Yeah, that's good. It took you 2 minutes to do that, but that's good. That's good. That could have been worse. This was the photo someone took before the person on the right saw what was inside. The man opened the costume to see that he was growing into the suit. Ooh. His flesh would slowly rip away as he tried to open the pocket where actors would enter the suit. Ooh. Ooh. The suit was now his skin. That's pretty gross, man. Pretty horrific. Pretty horrific to think you're growing into something and it, like, you what's the word? Morph with it? You mold with it? I don't know, something like that. Somehow his body deformed to the point he was filling the inside of the suit. Oh. That's certainly a gross thought. This is what they expected. A dude in a suit. Yeah, I get that. That's what I would expect too. This is what they found. Okay. So he oh no, my chat's disappeared. No. Okay. So, this is interesting. That immediately makes me think of a couple of questions, right? And then also the fact that in the next video in this is Angiras suit incident, which means that it's maybe not just the one suit, maybe potentially all the suits on set are a problem. But yet again, is it the suit itself that's the issue? I mean, could it be sentient? Could it be alive? Obviously alien origin of some kind, or mutant, or what have you? Or is it maybe the people going into the suits, maybe they're not actually human? It's hard to say without more evidence, you know, and potentially more story. It is strange though, isn't it? You know? So here's my question. Let's say you know he grows into the suit, he becomes Godzilla, right? Does that mean he could do all the things Godzilla could do? You know, obviously the flame breath and eating buildings and stuff like that. I don't know. Let's find out what happens with the Angiras suit. That was like the Angiras. They like roll around as a spiky pole. So cool. Both on a rampage to stun your every sense. Gigantus, the fire monster. Born to destroy Gigantus. I don't recognize Gigantus. But first they'll destroy the world.
Here's motion picture adventure and excitement to stagger the imagination. The fantastic fire monsters raging out of the flaming bowels of hell. Mighty Gigantus, crushing whole cities in his wrath.
Is Gigantus like the West?
Angiras, screaming its challenge of mortal combat. The battle of the ages. Scenes and sights and sensations beyond any.
The man in the Gojira suit still came along for the next movie. If they stopped and told anyone about the suit man, Toho would have been sued and ridiculed for keeping such a disgusting creation. So they decided to keep him out of the public eye so they could bank off the success of Gojira. You know, I can believe that. I could totally believe a business would do that. Toho wanted to find out the ultimate cause for all this. Yeah, so do I. The man in the suit has been examined by private doctors. The doctors weren't really sure about the cause, saying it might be a pill, but they weren't certain. What they were certain about was, just in case, what they were certain about was the outcome. Whatever he took or had made his skin and flesh inflate in the inner suit. Ooh, that's also just a weird way to think about it. Melting and fusing, that's the word. Fusing, melting and fusing. Somehow the outside of the suit was now his skin, right? So he did become the suit in a sense. His bones were rearranged inside to match with the height of the suit. Okay, well that's certainly quite a way to put it. Okay, so he really physically properly changed. He can somehow feel the outer layer of the suit as if it was his own skin. Yeah. Can I up the quality? I'm sorry. Is that a no? That's okay. That's okay. It's cool like this. It's for the 50s, you know. Turned out that he could see out of the eye sockets of the suit, but his eyes were bloodshot. Ah, okay. Well, I do like the fact we're getting more information. It's good that there's more fleshing out of the lore. Just helps. His eyes were bloodshot. Right. I mean, that could mean a couple of number of things, right? He's definitely undergone a lot of strain, for example. The name for the actor who plays Angiras is redacted. Like SCP stuff, yeah. It's great. People on set noticed how he was odded out by the man in the suit. No one cared to tell him what happened and what he has become. What? I didn't quite understand that one. The man in the Gojira suit was very cooperative. Even after losing his vocal cords, he could still make noises. Like one of an animal. Right, so he is becoming less human. Okay. Interesting. But he's cooperative. He's not freaking out or panicking. It's like even his psyche's changing. Interesting. Everything would go great until the last scene they had to do where they would both fight. Okay. Does he perhaps infect the man in the Angiras suit, and so he becomes one of these molding creature things? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm very curious to find out. Just like biting into him, which I'm guessing, yeah, infects him in some way. The man in the Gojira suit would chomp on the actor's head, making him bleed profusely. This was never a part of the script. Oh, okay, so maybe he's like killing him. The actor would yell painfully for help as the teeth clamped onto his head. Seconds later, the actor would stop moving. Yeah, so he's like proper killing him. Hmm. The The man in the suit would protect the unconscious actor as he roared at anyone who came close to the unconscious actor. Like a predator protecting its food. The actor would awaken, shaking violently as he struggles to get up from the ground. The crew on the set helped him up, fearing the worst. They tried to take off the suit. It wouldn't budge. What's it to you? What's my favorite analog horror? That's a great question. I'll give it some thought after this. Hang on. A picture was somehow taken when the man in the suit roaring and protecting the unconscious actor. Ooh, they got the picture. Something about him looks really strange, like his eyes are much bigger. This is what they expected. This is what they found. Missed a flash or something there. We'll go back and look at it in just a sec. Well, I mean, clearly his head's going to be, like, jumped into, but don't tell me he started growing and fusing too. Yeah. Like he was doing the same. Oh no, wait. Wait, I wanted to find that flash. Because it was just after that one. Yeah. It's just after this, isn't it? Hang on, let's see. Oh, you think I didn't see you? How do I? That's too far. I don't know how to do frame by frame on this. It's like just barely. Got it. I don't know what that means, but it's a pretty cool image, to say the least. Very creepy, isn't it? Very creepy. And I wonder if that's like the actor's mouth inside. You can see that. That's quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. Right. So what's my favorite analog horror? Well, I mean, there's quite a lot, right? But I don't know exactly how far back analog horror goes. I mean, you've got what, Local 58. You've got Gemini Home Entertainment. Those are really good. We've got the Walton files, something along those lines. I haven't finished those ones, but they're quite fun. Just to name a few. I think it's either Gemini or Local 58. Those are both just really good. They immediately came back into my head. They're both so good. I mean, clearly there's still tons of analog horror out there that I haven't even seen, so that's part of the reason why we're going to be kind of doing this maybe once a week. Besides, obviously, playing horror games, because that's just what we do here. We play horror games and we have a good little time. Yeah, sounds about right. Right, let's see what's next. What about you? What's it to you? What's your favorite analog horror? And is it one that I've heard of? Because I know quite a few Not all the names are coming to me right now, though. Right, let's get to what's the next video. Depiction of growth. Okay, maybe we're going to get a little bit more information about their growing and weirdness. I was startled by the first encounter of the man in the suit. It made me more curious than ever. It might harm me of doing this, but I need answers. Good, I like it. So I've gone to one of my friends who was smart with this stuff. I won't name her, so I'll call her Eliza? I called her, but she was in the middle of teaching her class. Oh, dang it, no. No. But she would still call me because of how curious she was. She'd never seen anything like this. I recorded the section of the call. Ooh, okay.
The thing is, whatever this was caused wasn't from a pill. This is something else. Oh, God. This is the work of radiation. Holy shit. The man in the suit doesn't fuse with the suit instantly. His body explodes in the suit, then it reshapes itself in the suit. How do I explain this? Imagine a cream-filled donut. Without the cream, it's mostly a flat donut. That was the suit before, but because of the filling. The man, it basically filled up all the space. But him and a cream-filled donut are different. The cream and donut are separate entities. There is a barrier so they don't mix.
Kinda.
The man in the suit, however, his skin, his flesh, his bones. It's fusing with the suit. His teeth would be the suit's. Whatever he took. It's mutating him. It's making him more like a creature than a human. Soon he will have animalistic properties, like using its teeth more effectively, and would be able to control his tail. You said his eyes could move? And that they are bloodshot? But in this photo, his eyes flashed back. Human eyes don't do that. You need to try and put him down.
True.
If not, it is probably too late for mankind.
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. She says something about him mutating to the point that he looks like a beast. Well, I mean, yeah, kinda, because he's becoming the suit, right? And that is a beast. Unless he could take the suit off. I questioned what he would look like when he is fully mutated. She corrected me. There is no stopping point for the mutation. She then told me to go to Artist and gave me a description that I sadly forgot now. I told them to make the art, and they complied. My Japanese would be a bit rusty because I thought I asked for 1 drawing but got 3. Interesting. Here are the drawings. I don't know if it would pick up the words, but it did. Okay. So we're 3 videos in so far. My current understanding is, they obviously began filming the productions, the films, the show, what have you. At some point during production, the original actor, clearly they only had the one who put on the suit, would never take off the suit. And according to the lady, who by the way, that was really, really good actually. The fact that, you had like the school kind of background noises and stuff, and she sounded like a professional. that was really well done, if you ask me on that. Is that he was in the suit and he, I suppose, due to radiation, basically exploded in the suit, and molded and mutated and started fusing with the suit and becoming a completely different creature. Which that's interesting. I think that's quite cool. Obviously not cool, that's horrifying, but it's a cool concept. Now, the other question I have so far, why is it only him? Is it just the suit? Could something have happened to the suit that specifically only happens inside the suit? Or was it the guy himself? Don't quite have enough answers for that just yet. But we do at least have an idea of what caused this mutation. Just not quite the how. We have a kind of why, but not really the how exactly. How was radiation involved? Where was the radiation? Why did it only affect the one dude? Also, so he like bit into the Angiras actor's head. That dude should be dead, right? And yet, at the end of the Angiras one, they saw that he had like begun fusing as well. I'm guessing he became irradiated because of the contact with the Godzilla guy. It's kind of all I got so far. Number 4. I don't know how to pronounce that or even say it, so 1958, let's go. I snuck around the Toho building a day after the encounter with the man in the suit. I found a tape labeled, oh, it's got a house symbol. House. I realized this was some years after the Angiras incident. Okay. So they didn't stop after that. Let me just show it. Yeah. Oh my god. Can I read that? I have. Oh, goodness gracious. I have translated. Oh, he's okay. So I'm thinking he's translated some stuff. Probably what this says. We are fully aware of the situation we are in. We will do our best to test what they need to hear so they can listen. We will something tests. So testing if they can listen? So you're testing if it's got like capabilities, is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay. Oh no. Let's start with the man in the suit. Oh my goodness, we have him in the cell, jail, something. Make. Oh my god, I can't read it, dude. It's a little too fuzzy. You could train him. You just unless they've put some stuff. Ah, it's down here. Great. We are fully aware of the situation we're in. We'll do our best to test what threw me to here so they can train him. We will try and do some audio tests. Let's start with the man in the suit. We have him in a cell. Okay, I was on it so far. Make sure he is in there until you can train him. He destroyed the light and only the darkness, but that's okay. We have a light. Make sure he's in there till you can train him to like not be a killer and stuff, I suppose. Our cameras have night vision. Okay. Okay. Which way? Am I more this way or am I more that way? Sorry. I think I need to go there. Set some running audio tests to see if anything happens, or... Destroyer of Worlds. Love this song. So literally just running a bunch of audio tests to see if there's any reaction of the creature. Check it that. They want to train him, so I guess they want to really keep him under control so they can continue, obviously, off the success of the Gojira series, right? Hmm? Well, I think he likes that. Pretty creepy. Coming a little bit more into view every second. It's quite something. This is a good scene. Very creepy. Oh. Rootkit, hey, how you doing, buddy? Oh, okay. So what, we've seen 4 videos now. I'm doing quite well myself, Rootkit. Thank you. How are you? How are you doing this fine Saturday? Young Graham has subscribed. Thank you, Young Graham. I used to work with a Young Graham. That's funny. That's very funny. That wasn't his name. He just was a young guy named Graham. But funny coincidence that. Still not fully sure what's going on exactly. But I think that's good. I think it's good that there's still just more misunderstanding and confusion and more world building behind what's going on. Hopefully we get a little bit more information, because see if these are back in like the 50s, 60s, based, because you got the dates obviously down here, or the year anyway, then more stuff has got to be going on. Rootkit is subscribed. Thank you, Rootkit. I appreciate that. Doing great. Finished working on the first episode for 2nd season of my series. Oh, what kind of series have you got, Rootkit? You wanna maybe talk a little bit about that? You wanna let me know? I can put it on my lists while I try to figure out this one, because I like the idea of fusing into a suit and becoming a completely different thing. It's also an analog horror. That's great, Rootkit. What's it called? If you tell me it's Greylock, I swear to God, because that's next week. That'd be very funny. I don't know how far along Greylock is. The end is white. It's on my channel. Ooh, the end is white. That sounds kind of cool. You said you're working on a second season of it already. Okay. That sounds pretty promising. All right, all right. The end is white. Let me make a note somewhere. I should really come up with it. Oh, I've got a pen. I've got a pen. I don't have any paper. I'll tell you what. I can make a note on my phone. The end is white. I like knowing more stuff that we can check out. The end is white. Analog horror YouTube. I'm assuming it's here on YouTube, isn't it? So that's great. Fantastic. That's on the list. You're trying to make the second season a lot more dark and scary compared to the first one. Okay, okay. You've definitely got me interested now. Fantastic. It's on YouTube. Great. Well, like I said, next week we're going to probably watch Greylock because that's been on my list as well. And I'm kind of curious to try that one out. But after that, I'm interested in checking out The End is White now that I know about that one. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Thanks for letting me know. Do you know much about this one, by the way? The Godzilla analog horror? It's quite... I don't know. I mean, I'm a little confused by it still. But I am curious about where it's going to go. But I also know it's not finished yet. You watched it recently? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well, it's cool. Yeah, I do think it's cool. I think it's got a lot of cool potential to it. I just don't know exactly, like, where the story's going to go. But like I said, if this took place in the 50s and 60s, clearly there's a lot more to it at this point. So it's just interesting to kind of see where it's going. Because if he started, like, mutating in, I think, 1955, and it's 1962 now. Is he, I mean, how long has he been mutating? He must have been mutating a lot. The series is like 6 episodes in total, which round up to like 14 minutes. Oh, okay, that's not very long. Sounds cool, very bite-sized. I like it, I like it. We'll definitely check that out in probably the next 2 weeks. So it's shorter than 1 episode of Greylock. Well, I did not know Greylock was long, but that's okay. That's okay, because I'm still going to watch it because it sounds really cool. I think. Somebody told me a little bit about it. That's kind of all I know. And that was enough for me to put it on the list, so... Right, let's see what this mailed message is. 1962, let's go, boys and girls. I don't think someone in the Toho studio made this. You don't understand. I don't, not quite. You killed my family. I'm very sorry if I did that. I didn't mean to. You Americans cheered when we lost. Oh, okay, not talking about me then. We lost our homes. We lost our families. Oh, okay. You nuked us. So it all connects to World War II. Okay, okay, that's interesting. The nuke took my wife. The nuke took my kids. Hiroshima was our home. I left for a business trip. You took everything from me. So I decided to return peace by getting rid of the people who wronged us. Getting rid of the people who wronged us. Oh, so you're talking about, like, those who nuked you. I mean, I understand that. Oh, okay. Mutations are definitely getting worse up there. Got some crazy teeth going on. But that gives motive against the Americans, and also it also makes sense as to why there's radiation. But yet again, it's only affecting the one person in the one suit, to our current knowledge. 5 videos in. And only when he bit into Angiras did that guy also become a hideous abomination. According to the end of that video, at least that's what I understood. Okay. Still feel like there's more that we need to understand. I'm getting bits and pieces in random areas, and nothing's quite connecting exactly yet. Dorsal extractions. This must be talking about, I think it's like dorsal. That makes me think of like dorsal fins on the back. I wanted to think of teeth because, obviously teeth came up, but I'm pretty sure dorsal's like, makes me think of fins on dolphins and stuff, right? I recently got 2 sets of mail. Oh. They were shabby, but they came from Toho. They didn't look professional. Well, that's not very nice. You don't know that. They could have been professional. They looked sloppy. Some professionals are a bit sloppy, It happens. One was how nobody at Toho mailed me the weird package, even though the mailing address was from there. Could have been a sneaky person inside. Like a mole. Second was that I was fired. They must have thought I was telling people this. They were correct. Thankfully, I had befriended someone to be a spy and get me photos and tapes of what was happening. Interesting. He came here earlier with a tape called aka Dorsal Extraction. So you had a spy get you a recording, obviously, that they must have made or stolen from the Toho studio. Interesting. And it's about a dorsal extraction. We will try and get him out of the suit. Oh, you talking about getting him out of the beak? Oh, we are unsure if this is going to work. I would be unsure of it too, if he's fused to it. Right? Can't even be human anymore. Plus, if he's been in there for at least 5 years, I mean, he's got to be totally different now. It's just so dark, you can't quite see. Maybe that's intentional, so he is caught unaware that you're trying to extract him from the suit. Because obviously he doesn't want to leave the suit anymore. He was very cooperative. That's good. The noises are horrific. We thought it would hurt him, but it didn't. I guess he doesn't have nerve endings connected to the suit then. The results are fantastic. Did you get him out of the suit? But he's totally different now, isn't he? You still can't quite see much. Maybe it's better that we can't see much. Oh, the noises were just, so gross. Really good choice, though. I'm surprised that it isn't the end because the spy told me that after 2 minutes of this being filmed, the man in the suit would attack a man with a camera. He told me the flash from the camera hurt his eyes. Huh. Told me the flash from the camera hurt his eyes. But they got him out of the suit. The person took photos while they ran. Oh, okay. There's some photos of what horrific abomination he looks like now. Great. Great, I love it. Wonder how detailed it is. Unless they didn't get him out the suit? That's fair. I mean, they're not going to be great quality if you're running. Okay. Definitely looks pretty angry. Right. So it was a success. They were able to get into the suit. But it sounds like he didn't exactly leave the suit, because in those pictures he was clearly chasing them while still in the suit. Maybe he went back in the suit. I don't really know. I'm not entirely sure. But we do know that they were able to cut into the suit and it didn't hurt him. Hmm. Okay. Sorry, Rootkit, what were you saying? You work on the series with another creator. Who are you? I am the created analog horror series called Darwahoo. That's very long, around the same length as Monument Mythos. Oh, that was another good one, Monument Mythos, yeah. Maybe a bit less. Oh, okay. So you and another creator work on The End is White then. Awesome. That's great, man. That sounds awesome. Rage Cafe, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the crazy stream. I'm in shock and confusion about this man in the suit so far. Start experimenting with different styles and it looks great. Man, I'm excited to check that out. I'm very excited to check that out. That sounds great. If you got a trailer, because maybe at the end of this maybe we'll watch that just to really hype me up. Good, you're good? Good, Rage Cafe. Good. I'm good too. Do you know much about this this man in the suit, Rage Cafe? It's pretty wild so far. Pretty wild and pretty weird. You do have you've got a little trailer. Oh, okay, cool. We'll check that out after this. That sounds good. You don't know much about this. Oh, that's okay, Rage Cafe. Yeah, me neither. That's why we're kind of watching through it and kind of trying to dissect it a bit. I still don't fully know where it's going to go. I feel like I've got an idea of motive about somebody's angry at the Americans for nuking Japan, which makes sense as to why there's radiation somewhat involved with the man in the suit, but yet again it's only affecting the one person in the suit. So I don't know why it hasn't affected more people. Maybe they found the suit in the radiation. Maybe that's why it was only the one thing. But yet again, he bit into somebody else and that caused them to also deform. I'm not sure. If you want, we can check out the series today, but I can wait 2 weeks. Always happy when someone actually wants to check it out. I mean, you did say it's not long. And I've got time. We could check it out today after this. We could do that. We'll start with the trailer either way, because I feel like we have to, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm liking that idea. I'll give it some thought. Rootkit. Right. Let's see. So we hopefully have a bit more information about the Angiras suit. I thought, yeah, because it's not the Angiras suit incident. This is a different video. What's going on with this? After digging for it, they had finally found it. Digging for it. Like through the tapes. Yeah. Okay, so the spy who was going through the studio's tapes. I want to know what happened to the man in the Angiras suit. Yeah, because at the end of that incident, he deformed as well, didn't he? After he got his head bitten into. So what else happened with him? That's a good question. We've tried our best to comply with the other person mutated in the suit. Right, the original man in the suit. But his persistence hurts our finances. Sounds about right. People want to see him, but he doesn't want to be seen. That's fair. Makes sense. I was confused at first. This was all? Yeah, it's not really a lot of information, is it? Then he started to explain. Okay. What we got? He explained that the next movie was supposed to be the man in the Angiras suit versus the man in the suit. They've tried their best wanting to comply with Angiras, Like if they were training a dog to do tricks. Oh. He snapped a photo of them trying to comply with the Angiras. Okay. They said they were going to use force on him, using tasers and such. To get him to comply with them, but he warned me that there was a movie in the works. Something about Gojira battling a Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Mecha Godzilla, a giant moth, Mothra. Great. Okay. So after the film of Godzilla versus Angiras and the man in the suit, the original Godzilla mutated actor man, bit into the head of the Angiras actor, like properly into his brain and stuff, they said. And he began to mutate as well. And it sounds like they still continue working with both actors who weren't really humanish anymore, but they're trying to train them to I'm guessing become obedient so they can continue making films and stuff with them. Okay. So you have two mutant people now in suits who are mutating into the suits, who don't want to come out of the suits, who also don't want to be seen. Right. I mean, that's pretty horrific. And so they keep them in cells. We know that because they showed us that one tape about they were using audio testing on the one Godzilla guy, in the man in the suit, in a cell, to see if they could like get a response out of him, to see if they could train him essentially. Like I said, I believe they're trying to make them obedient so they will continue to comply with what they're doing in these films and stuff. Still dangerous though. But so far, I mean, it sounds like they have things under wraps, really. It doesn't sound like there's any insane danger going on. But then what was up with that one tape talking about, like, the nukes of Hiroshima and going to get revenge against the Americans and stuff? I don't know. That was kind of out there. I mean, it connected how radiation was involved in all this, but... Strange. Strange. I am curious where this is going. I'm very curious, because I mean, there's a lot of monsters that Godzilla battles, you know, so there's a lot of potential for more people in suit mutations. But yet again, you know, you can't just keep these creatures locked in cells all the time. That's not always going to work, is it? There's clearly going to be something else going on. You can't just keep them under control if they're not really human anymore. So there's got to be some proper danger element coming. But at the moment, it's very limited when it comes to danger. Interesting. Rage Cafe say Godzilla. That's right. That's what this is all about. It's a Godzilla analog horror. It's very interesting. I do want to see where it's going to keep going. Because, I mean, the thing about analog horror is that there always tends to be some kind of a resolution, some kind of an ending, even if it's not always a good one. This one hasn't ended yet. It's on a temporary hiatus because, like Rootkit's saying, the creator got a lot of hate because of it. Just because it's not, like, the best analog horror. But, I mean, that's the thing, you know? If it's your first foray into something crazy, then, you know, it's obviously it's not going to be perfect, you know? Absolutely. I mean, look at me. I'm not... Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. That's okay. You know, the fact is, you learn from these things, you get feedback, we all have to be decent people to each other, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sorry, Rootkit, you're all saying Specifica Show. Another video that is a remake of the first episode made by Specificacia Snow. Translate to Specification of Dreams. It's actually really good in the fact it was made in CapCut. CapCut? What's CapCut? Is that like the style, or? I'm sorry, I don't know what CapCut is. Gotta pay attention to every inch of detail. I mean, that's true. You do have to pay attention. Use CapCut for editing. Oh, it's a video editor. Ah, right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I mean, yeah, I think it is really good. I'm guessing CapCut's not like the best then. It's probably just like a pretty basic editor. But I mean, you know, there's tons of those out there. Especially free ones, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it took me quite a few years of like working and stuff like that to even get like a remotely decent one. And even so, the videos that I do edit and work on, I don't really put on much effort into it. Like it's really bad, you know, but it just is what it is, you know. It's actually really big and free. Oh, okay. I'd never heard of it. So, but then again, I don't do any of it on mobile. I don't do any mobile editing. I have a PC. I'd rather do it on there. I find there's a lot more precision control when it comes to like that. There are tons of free effects and it's easy to use. I get that. I totally get that. You know, that definitely makes a lot of sense. It's on PC too. Still never heard of it, but that's okay. I mean, I don't do a lot of video editing. I just use well, I mean, I used to use what was it? I used to use Movie Maker ages and ages and ages ago. We're talking like well over 10 years ago when I did maybe like 2 videos. And then just within the past year or two I started using Adobe Premiere Elements, but I had to pay for it, you know what I mean? Like it's not a free thing. And I mean, I'd say it's good. It is quite good. It's got quite a bit of potential, but I still feel like there's not enough in it, which really makes me sad because, you know, I spent money on it. Anyway, I'm not really a great editor. I'm totally honest about that. I have more fun making the things and finding the things and doing the things. You know, I should be better at editing, but I just don't give it the time of day. It's a real shame. It's nice that it's free. Yeah, free is always good. You don't need much editing skills for it too. Well, that's even better. That's even better. Maybe I should get CapCut. No, I'm gonna stick with Premiere Elements. I paid for it. I'm gonna get money for it. Right. Let's see what video number 8 is gonna be about. Rare newspaper, 1964. I've tried to get off of this situation and just leave Japan, but if I tried to, I'd probably be arrested. I went too far into this rabbit hole, too far to the point I can't get out. It just keeps getting worse. Ooh, okay. I mean, oh no. Somewhere in the making of the new movie, the man in the suit somehow escaped. See, I knew this something bad was going to happen. How do I know this? I'm guessing the newspaper you found? Because it says rare newspaper 1964. That's my guess. It was on the news. Yeah, I thought so. So what is it, like Godzilla's roaming around? Title, Monstrous Movie, Monster Sighting. Wonder if the news people are like, oh wow, you know, on sighting and stuff. Sightings of witnesses have seen a creature that resembles a lanky and tall Godzilla. A lanky and tall Godzilla. Okay. Now that's a bit more interesting. One late night couple started to travel home as the husband took some photos. The husband was a photographer and thought taking a picture of the road would be an inspiration to his next photo piece. Cool. As you do. It's just what people do, you know? People take pictures. Nothing wrong with that. One of the photos captured this. Gotta admit, that is pretty horrifying. Imagine just like, driving on the road and fucking Godzilla out on the road. But not a proper big size one, like just a human sized one. That's pretty horrifying. Around later that night, a boy would see a silhouette of this mysterious beast. Thinking it was Godzilla, he stormed outside with the camera, trying to take a photo of it. It's fair. I'd do the same. If I thought there was a crazy creature somewhere outside, I would go outside and take a picture, I'll be honest. I'd take a video, though, We have that great technology these days, you get a good video. These were the photos he was able to take. Yeah, don't look human, that's for sure. But he doesn't look exactly like Godzilla, you know what I mean? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, that's pretty Godzilla-like. I was hoping he'd be, like, morphing a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like, looking more horrific than a normal Godzilla, because, I mean, how long has he been mutating? It's gotta have been years. I think, I don't know. We have tried to interview the kid, asking him what he had seen and to draw a picture of the creature. Yeah. I've seen the film with my dad. I know what Godzilla would look like, said the kid. Fair. You've seen the film, you know what he looks like. It's totally the same thing. The thing I saw outside on the street wasn't Godzilla. Ooh. Okay. Okay. The beast's skin looked fake, yet real. Very uncanny. Yeah, that's pretty... It's pretty creepy. It is pretty creepy. I don't think it was a creature. It might be some man in a suit. Well, that's what we would hope it is. I'd hope it's just a man in a suit, but it ain't. It ain't just a man in a suit anymore, is it? I don't know how I can explain his face. It somehow kept changing. I think it's because of the lack of sleep. Ascended Experience is subscribed. Thank you very much, Ascended Experience. Or Accented. Accented Experience. But I do remember one of his faces. He quickly drew a drawing of it. What do you mean, one of his faces? Wow. Yeah, don't look like normal Godzilla, that's for sure. Which, that's what I would expect at one point in this, is like, they said that the mutation could continue, in which case he should look different. Toho got wind of this fast, explaining this was a promotion for their new movie. Smart. 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 Like that Smile campaign, you remember that? That was quite funny. Somehow they were able to stop any more copies of the story from printing again. It's called bribes and blackmail. It's not a good thing, but saying that's how you do it. Don't actually do it. That's a crime. I have too many questions. What was he even doing outside? How did he even escape? Were Toho able to catch him? Those are the only questions you have? Because my question would be, did he hurt anybody? Did he cause anybody else to mutate? Even though they're not wearing suits. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh. And you get a very interesting picture of Mothra here. I like that. I like that. Made it onto video 9 now. Wow. We're getting through this. We're getting through this. So I think that was definitely one of the more enlightening videos, which is good. Gave us a little bit more of what I thought would end up happening in this, obviously, because you can't just fully control mutated people, creature, suit things, whatever you want to call them. Because, I mean, they made it quite apparent that these aren't really human people anymore. That they're changing. Obviously they are. I mean, they're radiation, they're mutating in the suits and stuff like that. It was only a matter of time. I mean, you can't really fully control creatures, can you? You know, it's just impossible. Even humans, I mean, you can't really fully control. You know. It was only a matter of time before he escaped. Shame we don't have a little bit more information about that, but I guess the point is Toho don't want people to know. It's good that he was able to get a hold of a newspaper and some information. Anyway, let's see what's next. 11 minutes. This is the longest one by far. Then what's the one after? Is there not one after this one? One unavailable video is hidden. Right. So this is the last one we have access to at this moment in time. 11 minutes long. 11:11 actually, so make a wish on that. That's pretty cool. All right, boys and girls, let's see where this goes. Is there a higher? No, it's still only up to 480. That's okay. That's okay. It works. It works. The spy I had befriended had told me what had happened during the time the man in the suit had escaped. Ah, cool, okay. He had told me that something went wrong. You don't say. You don't say. He said this has happened because of what conditions the man in the suit was in. You mean like being locked in a cell and not really having any freedom? He was lathered with some paste that made him look different and a bit shiny. That's kind of weird. He had to wear a glossy type of contact so they could hide his bloodshot eyes. Interesting. Very interesting. He was forced to withstand high wind because of the Mothra fight, maybe? He was dragged around. Well, I guess they couldn't really get him a stunt double, could they? Well, yeah, they could. They just have to make another suit and stuff, wouldn't they? I guess they could have done that, I guess. But they didn't. He was treated like a circus animal. Yeah, I had that vibe going on. During production, instead of the man in the suit fighting another man in a monster suit, it would be replaced by a puppet. So he couldn't, like, mutate it, I guess. Man in the suit saw Mothra, the puppet moth, as a living being. He thought someone was inside the puppet because of how lifelike it acted. I could see that. Doesn't know any better. Toho thought this was a very smart tactic until they realized they had a problem. Ooh. Someone needed to be in one of the larva suits. Did they? Did they really? One female actor thought it was a good idea because of how much security they had, so agreed to be in one of the shots, being inside the larva suits. Okay. It was originally her first day on the job, and invited her parents to see her act. Oh. Her parents didn't care about what character she was in the movie, they were happy that she was even included in production. Oh no. Oh no. She didn't know. She wasn't ready. Oh no. Sadly, the amount of security isn't going to help her out of the trap she put herself in. God damn. In one of the scenes they were filming, the man in the suit snapped. Going after the Masura puppet, biting onto it. After realizing that the moth was a puppet, he would go ballistic and charged after the woman in the larva suit. The woman in the larva suit. Are we gonna get another before and after? Ooh, are we gonna get like a live play-by-play? The man in the suit charges forward against the other suit. Oh, this is cool, okay. The larva suit had plenty of headroom for her to duck down, but that won't stop the man from charging deeper. Giggity. While her head gets bitten, her parents see everything. They tried to intervene. Dangerous, but you know what? Good on them. At least they tried, man. Security didn't do shit, it sounds like. It's gonna happen. They were both mauled to death by the man in the suit. It's to be expected. Horrifying. After mauling them, the man in the suit would immediately try and protect the larva suit. But the production crew were ready this time. Ah, so kind of like before with the Angiras suit. Just weird. After biting, he protects them. With tasers, they stunned him away from the larva suit. In some fit of rage, he barges through security and escapes. Ah, I see. And that's how he got outside. There was a team that was quickly dispatched to catch the man in the suit. 4 men were tasked to stay with the larva suit, wanting to try and get her out of the suit, right before she radiation explodes and morphs into the larva suit. That would suck, man. The spy was in the team to get the man in the suit. Oh, okay. That's an interesting little twisty there. It took an hour to find him. I mean, he couldn't have been hard to find, right? It's the only dude walking around looking like Godzilla. Well, I guess you didn't have, phones and stuff. They saw him looking around the forest as if he was just wandering around and looking at nature. Like an animal. As if he was calm. As if he was calm. The calmness broke as it saw the people trying to capture it. The man in the suit was surrounded. But by 4 dudes. It's not really surrounded, is it? Then it would start to shake violently. Okay. Move. He twitched as a sudden sound, as if he was vibrating. Okay, this is different. Is he peeing? No, he's puking. It vomited a red boiling liquid, presumably his own blood. Huh. Well, that's nasty. It's like the worst kind of ASMR. It can stop any time. Anytime. No, still going with the vomiting red blood. Okay. Cool. Thank you. That was a little too long there. It's probably a last resort the creature had. But somehow they had a hold of the beast and took it back. What the fuck was that about? The spy took a picture of what was left. You mean of the nastiness? Is that supposed to be the blood pool that it spewed out for 10, 20 seconds? They left quickly to go put the man in the suit into a secure place. They feared the worst coming back. This is what they expected. Yeah, like the horrific mutation. It's weird that after he bites them, they mutate super quickly. This is what they found. So, did she not quite mutate exactly as they expected? What would have been different? Oh, it attached itself to, like, the ceiling. And nobody even remotely said, no, we're not going to go down. That looks horrifying as well, but no, we're not going down that rabbit hole. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. That's... It's strange. So we've caught up at least. That's good. I feel good about that. Ghostbusters analog horror teaser. You know what? I don't have time for that. Don't have time for this. At this point, they should just neutralize him, dude. Well, they should have probably neutralized him the moment he even attacked the second dude. You know what I mean? Like damn, he was committing a crime at that point. Cocoon, yeah, Billy. It definitely looked like the larva mutation one was properly acting like a larva. Very interesting that it would have the instinct to do that. Weird. Just weird. Oh yeah, sorry. Get rid of that. Just I don't know. Moment he mutated, yeah, exactly. The moment he mutated. Because I mean the Angiras one. So my understanding is we know that my brain has failed me. I'm sorry. Is the original mutation, the man in the suit, that took an amount of time. I don't think it took a long amount of time. I think within a year he mutated and grew into the suit. And as the teacher lady said in that one hidden message thing, it's like he was irradiated to such an insane point that he like exploded inside the suit and began fusing with it in such a crazy way. I mean, his bones were shifting and stuff like that, but he doesn't feel any pain inside the suit. Like if somebody cuts into the suit, he doesn't feel that. So clearly he's not fully it. He's just like grown fully enough into it, but he isn't actually the suit. And yet he's able to bite other people on their heads and force a mutation in them. But what's interesting is he's only done it with other creatures. Other people wearing creature suits, or even the Mothra puppet, which he assumed was another person in a suit, but it wasn't, and that made him go on a rampage. But he bit into the head of the Angiras actor in the suit, and he mutated into the Angiras suit, became, crazy, which I assume they also put in a cell, but yeah, you didn't really hear too much else going on with that. And then the woman in the larva, but she became she was like a cocoon, like we were saying, went up on the ceiling and kind of became a cocoon, almost like it's going to grow into something else completely. Which means that could still be a thing. That could still be a thing coming. The cocoon could evolve. But what was up with vomiting that red blood stuff? That was really strange. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the fact this is quite strange. It's trying to establish its own kind of foothold in the world of analog horror. I think there's a lot of cool potential to it. Some scenes feel a little longer than necessary, especially with some of the sound effects. I'll be honest, But I'm just trying to give a level of feedback. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. I think it's like I said, I think it's got a lot of potential. I think there could be some really cool stuff going on with this. I mean, you've still got the potential of Rodan. There could be a flying mutant monster at one point. There could be King Ghidorah, three-headed one. I mean, that's crazy, right? And what about Mecha Godzilla for another example? I mean, you've got all kinds of weird mutated monster things that could happen. But yet again, where can this go? What's gonna happen? And also, because the lady in the tape thing mentioned that the mutations might not ever stop. It might continue. In which case, could it get bigger? Could it maybe grow extra limbs? Could it develop other stuff? It's hard to say. It's hard to say, and I think that's cool. There's a lot of potential here, and I'm curious. I've been subscribed to it, so I'll keep an eye on that because I'm curious. I'm very curious, just like with Dog Nightmares. I'm curious about that too. I know they've had a recent video, but I think it was a casting call, so it's not like a proper video. Which is fine. We'll come back to that whenever we can. What time is it? 6:25. We're still pretty early. Still pretty early. We could jump into the horror game, or Rootkit mentioned he's got his analog horror, and it's not very long to watch all that season. And I'm kind of interested. I'm in the mood to kind of keep dissecting stuff at the moment before we jump into that horror game. So you said it's called The End Is White. It is 6:25 for me. Yeah, 6:25 p.m. I don't think it's the end of white people. That's definitely not what we're trying to get. I'm guessing it's by you, Rootkit. Let's try it. Here we go. This must be yours. It's good when it's a playlist. Playlist makes it an awful lot easier. It's 11:25 for you in the morning. I'm guessing in the morning. Yes. Ah, excellent. Not very long. You're right. This looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm guessing this is the one, Rootkit. Yeah. I'll have to change my video description. It's fine because this will go out on my YouTube later anyway. I'll change the title to include that we're going to also watch The End Is White and put that in the description as well. Also, there's a teaser. Oh, it's a teaser. I did say we'd check out the teaser. Where's the teaser, Rootkit? I'm going to find it. The Rootkit incident 2016. You know what? That's affected 82% of the world population. Interesting fact. See the 6. You got it. There it is. All right. Let's definitely check out the teaser here. The End Is White. Look like a tunnel. Not a lot of information. It's good. Mystery is good. You never want to show everything right away. It's a bad idea. I like it. That's the way a proper teaser should be. Makes you question. Right. Let's jump in, shall we? Oh no, that's... There we go. The root... Oh no, no, my goodness, we missed it. Sorry. The Rootkit incident is impacting Angiras. Same thing we're talking about. Joseph's Pharmacy mega sale. Hey, I like a mega sale. The world's stability is failing. There we go. Riots, yeah, that's true. That's true. Those happen an awful lot now. Especially in the past few years. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, so we're getting some random bits of video footage. I thought we saw maybe a skull at one point. It's like somebody maybe frantically moving around somewhere. After the World Rootkit incident, people converted back to analog systems to avoid it. Countries mostly affected by the Rootkit virus. Egypt. Okay. Okay, so like Africa, Middle East, looks like France, Spain, maybe. A lot of North America, Canada. A lot of countries. A lot of countries, but not all. Criminal cannot be found. Please dispose all wireless devices for the time being. Magnets, yeah. It's definitely a way to disable some stuff, you're right. Free analog devices will be given away. Bright Fever. 2020. Prior to infection. Look like a pretty normal dude, yeah. After 24 hours, looking a bit messed up. Maybe like they've been drinking, maybe. Loading footage. Ooh, I like that little loading screen. The fuck am I looking at here? These features are like morphing and shifting. Uploading white end to the internet. It's the Cybercriminal. Ah, so he's our antagonist that we're led to believe. It's like people out in the streets, probably rioting. Potentially a bit of violence going on. Looting. It's my dad in the background. Awaken the God, that video was called. Very interesting. So, from my understanding, this rootkit, which immediately makes me think of like backdooring and hacking and stuff of that kind of nature, basically is affected, as it says, 82% of the world's population clearly have digital devices. So, which is why they're like, you have to get rid of specific devices. You'll be given free analog devices, so you can still kind of do stuff. But clearly it's not just like a case of, oh no, my phone has been hacked, I can't use it anymore, oh, I need an analog phone. It seems to be causing mutations potentially as well in people, or modifications. It's doing something to people that's making them not act normal. That's my current understanding of what's going on here. And then, as you said, there's a cybercriminal, which they've also mentioned in your video. And was he the one who uploaded that white end? That's what I'm gathering from that, was that he did that. And probably is the cause of all the stuff going on. At least that's what we're led to believe, that he is the reason behind what's going on, the Rootkit. But that might not be true. It might just be what it is appearing to be. Like these are broadcasted, like news broadcasts and stuff like, this is the narrative we want to tell you. That's what I'm understanding. Yeah, okay. I thought so. I'm with you so far. Even 4 minutes of video, I'm with you. Right, what we got next? Charity Hospital, you said lower volume for episode 2, kind of messed up the sound. Dude, I mean, my current most popular video, the sound is also totally wrong. So I know exactly how you feel. But this is why we grow and we learn, don't we? We get a lot better at it. And you know what? I'm intrigued. Right, I'm gonna lower that down. We'll see how that is. I can almost play around with it. Check it out. Charity Hospital in Berlin from 2020. This is a bright fever. So that's what they're calling the affliction. Started to fail and his temperature increased to almost 42 degrees Celsius. Oh my god. Trying to figure out the cause of the bright fever and how to treat it. Right. 10:31 p.m. August 5th, 2020. Brutal attack on Dr. Ernest Weber by patient infected with bright fever. Ooh. Doctor was attacked with a metal fork by patient. Wow, desperate attack, isn't it? Patient hit Dr. Ernest Weber in the neck. Oh, 4 times. Oh. And he's in a coma. Oh, got four stabs in the neck. External jugular was even damaged because of the attack. Jeez, that's quite a description. Oh, we got straight through it. Also, I did kind of forget to use 4:3 format, but you fix it in season 2. Yeah, that's all right, man. The fact is, like I said, you've learned a lot from this, and I mean, to be fair, I'm already into it. I'm already really, really curious, and I like the fact that you've already got quite a good bit of it, and the fact that they're not all crazy long. Some are short, some are a good length, and everything. Some give you an idea what's going on. Others just give you bits and pieces. But I think there's a lot of creativity here so far. And yeah, I think the only questions I've really got at the moment are obviously more information about the cybercriminal, which is clearly going to come, I'm sure, or bits and pieces will happen, or maybe it will never come, which keeps it more of an enigma, which is good too. And then bright fever, like how does you do something with digital devices that is able to actually affect people? Now that's interesting. I'm sure that's totally a real thing. I just don't know exactly how. But that's just me. Read the description of this video. It's important. Oh, okay. Tonight's sky. On tonight's sky, a bright white object appeared. That's not the moon or any star. Okay. Weird object appeared. It's not just white. It seems to be a bit colorful, maybe, or is that just maybe what happens with cameras? Maybe. Could be. Oh, you put some binary in here? Dude, that's cool, man. That's real cool. Although I think it's just it's not the same message. No, it is a bit different. Very interesting. Now you're adding elements of an ARG. Okay. I'll come back to that. White boxes. Okay. What else have we got? Let's see if we can put the sound back up. You got somebody walking around. Color is quite funky, but that's potentially part of what's going on. These found something. What has he found?
Hey dude, what's up? Yeah man, I'm just done with the homework there. It drove me absolutely insane. Who knew math could be so difficult? By the way, when I was coming home from school today, I found so many of these white boxes around town. I don't know if you've seen them, but like, have you seen them anywhere around? Yeah man, I found one near my house. I have no idea what's inside of them, but they look pretty weird. Yeah, they're super creepy. Like, I even went up and recorded one on my phone because I heard some sort of noise coming from it, and then as soon as I started recording, my phone just started glitching. And when I got closer to it, a massive buzz just completely went through the box, and it scared the hell out of me, man. I'm not gonna lie. Super
Irish.
Yeah, since there's one near your house as well, man, do you want to go check it out? Yeah, let's meet around the gas station in 2 hours. Sounds good. Alright, perfect, man. Alright, I'll see you soon.
Actual voice is not AI. Excellent. Excellent. Feel really bad. Constant nosebleeds and really high temperature. Oh no, no, too quick, a little too quick. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We got this, we got this. No, no, I missed it. Ah, no medicine works. I will go to the hospital. Maybe they can help. Ah, so he's been affected potentially by the bright fever as well. Next day, I got to the hospital and they said that I'm infected with bright fever. Yes, yes. They said that once you're infected, there is no way of helping. Next day, I started hearing a voice in my head. Am I going crazy? Ooh. He started hearing a voice and said, I wonder if that's that little snippet of like the Cybercriminal we saw. Interesting. I wonder if that's the voice that people are hearing, if that's him. Interesting. Not so fun fact. The footage from beginning was recorded by the teenager. Yeah, I kind of put that piece together based on what they were talking about. That was his phone glitching because he found one of the white boxes. This is interesting, Rootkit. Even when I sleep, even when he sleeps, he can still hear the voice. September 10th. The voice is getting louder and louder. I can't stand it anymore. I knew the white boxes were something bigger than we originally thought. Next day. Oh. I can't handle it anymore. I fucking can't. He don't look so good. Unless it's just like in the dark, maybe. The state police report on the suicide of a 16-year-old. Ah. See. Took his own life. A note was found near his body. I don't. Couldn't take it anymore. The better. Oh, I can't read it. Unless you did something about it. No, you did not. It's okay. You might have transcribed it. No, but that's okay. On the night of September 6th, we got calls about white boxes. Around 15 calls to be exact. 2 patrols went to investigate the white boxes. After 20 minutes, one of the 2 patrols found a white box. Right. In the report of one of the officers, he said that the box emitted a strange buzz, and when they tried taking a picture of it, it was a very bad quality. Right. Besides the box, they also found a tape with the name Satvir-O. Satvir-O. This is what was on the tape. Ooh, okay. No, it's like an amplifier. Or a repeater. Well, that was a horrifying noise. Check description of the next video, it's important too. I kind of forgot that was there. Oh, the crazy noise. It was good. That was a good touch at the end. Good touch. My name is Paweł Nowak. I found this tape while exploring a warehouse in a small town, Lewin Brzezinski. Interesting. Aftermath. The outbreak, my city is quiet. It's a real town. Wow, really? The water calms me down. The feeling of just me being here scares me. Yeah, I get that. I can hear their You can hear their whispers? But you said there's... Oh, because the city's quiet, but that doesn't mean they're not there. Found the entrance to the sewers. Why? The smell of rotting flesh. Oh. Probably to investigate that. Footage and the videos from the town. August 6th. Made myself a birthday cake. Oh, happy birthday. Can't believe I'm already 20 years old. Yeah, I'm 30. Tell me about it. It was behind me. Oh, you mean the years. The years. Or maybe you don't, actually. Shit. Okay. What was behind it? It was like he got attacked by something. But we aren't aware of any other, like, things going on in this universe yet. We know there's the bright fever, which is this, you could call it a disease, a virus, what have you, that's affecting people mainly with digital devices, but also those who come into contact with the white boxes, which are, yet again, just amplifying this rootkit signal, virus, what have you. And it's causing people to kind of go crazy. Infected, that's a better word for a rootkit, right? Infected, that will be explained in this episode, eh? Okay. Getting of something bigger. Let's see.
As it's called, started mutating and transforming itself into an airborne virus, which means any person infected with it is a potential threat to the whole city. We advise to stay home for the time being and keep the radio on for the further...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Harder skin. Nocturnal vision. Malformed finger bones return to claws. Oh. Aggressive towards non-infected, eh? Incubation 9 to 10 days. That's pretty quick.
Are you asking yourself how to deal with an infected person? If yes, we have the perfect solution. To deal with a person infected by bright fever, the only thing to do is...
Item. No, I want to read it. Hide and pray to God it won't find you. First of January 2021. Something detected? Anomaly detected, maybe. Or like movement, like a motion camera. The criminal has been located. Ah. Special forces were sent to the criminal's residency. Ooh. This is cool. Nice, like, recreation. The criminal was found deceased. It's the end. We can't do anything to stop it. Virus took over. Oh. What happened to the cybercriminal? Why was he found deceased? I suppose it's possible he himself caught the bright fever and something happened to him and he died. They didn't really say exactly what state he was found, just the fact that he was dead in that certain building, which we're assuming is his home. Might not have been. You know, could have been a hideout or whatever. Very interesting. Very interesting. The anomaly outside his window. I mean, the anomaly that was detected. Very interesting. Well, we're gonna subscribe to that because I'm really curious to see where this is gonna go. That was a good first season, Rootkit. That was really interesting. I'm really excited to kind of see where you want to take this. I think you said it's you and another creator working on it, isn't it? That's really good, man. Honestly, I think you've done a great job with that. Is this your first foray into making your own kind of like proper content, like actual like fleshing anything out? Of course, man. You deserve it. You should feel good. This is very interesting, and I'm super excited to kind of see where it's gonna go. I really am. There's a lot of cool things going on. You've already thought of some good ideas. There's a lot of like world building kind of going on with it. It's interesting. It is interesting. Oh, that sounds great. This has been a lot of fun. Got to watch 2 different things of analog horror. Feels pretty good. What are we at? 2 hours in? One I can Google. Lewin Brzezinski. Might do that later because we're gonna take a quick 5, and then we're gonna switch gears to, I think it's called The Leeds Murder. So it's a Gracewind Tale, The Leeds Murder, I think it's called. It's made by the same people who did Do You Copy, and I used to work in Leeds, so it's quite funny. I'm really interested to kind of see what it's going to be. It's a horror game, so I'm excited about that. I always like me some horror games, and we always do at least one on a Saturday because that's kind of part of the thing. Oh, you've seen it. It's really good. Well, I'm excited to check it out. We'll definitely check it out. So anyway, like I said, we're going to take a quick 5. I'll boot up another stream just so we don't get too many, because I wouldn't know how to define too many things in one stream. It just doesn't work very well with YouTube's algorithm. So yeah, quick 5. We'll be back in just a little bit. Thank you so much.